Welcome back to another video, guys. My name is Jaden, and man oh man, the stock market had a rough day, and we can see that the Dow Jones is down almost 7% on the day, and it is only 2:30 in the afternoon. And we can also see that Nordic American tankers had a rough day as well, as they were almost down 9% on the day. Today in this video, we're going to be talking about whether or not you should sell off any shares that you might have, as this market might continue to tread downwards. So the question is, why are the markets down so much as a whole today? Well, to answer that question, if you would have watched the live stream from the Federal Reserve that they hosted yesterday, we would have found out that they are very uncertain about our economic times. And this is very troubling as a lot of people are scared because of this, and they're starting to sell off everything that they have, causing the market to go lower. And do not forget that the stock market is in a bubble right now, and the majority of the stocks are overvalued, and there's no way around that. And while there are some few exceptions, there is not a lot of them. And the reason that this is a scary situation is because we could go down and retest the lows that we saw all the way back in March. And if you think about it, the majority of companies have not been open for a very long time and have not been making money. So for the markets to be reaching new all-time highs like the NASDAQ is just insane to think about. And the reason that this affects Nordic American tankers so much is because no matter how good Nordic American tankers is doing, if we're in a market where we are continuously going down every single day, I do not see Nordic American tankers going to what I think it can be, which is a $7 or $8 stock. And this really does suck for everyone that's been holding on to Nordic American tankers, hoping for it to go up, because we finally got what we wanted, which was the short squeeze. We saw it go all the way up to $5.40, and then we see 2 days of uncertainty in the market where it goes down, and we're already back where we started at $4.70 again. And while the markets as a whole might not go down and retest the lows, it might just be a pullback for a couple of days, and then we see it shoot back up. That would be a great scenario, but you do have to keep in mind that we could go back and retest the lows. That is a possibility, especially with how overvalued the market is right now. So if you have been thinking about putting your money in Nordic American tankers or any stock in general right now, my advice to you, even though I'm not a financial advisor, would to keep money on the sideline. And this is because of how much uncertainty there is in the market. And if you do have shares of Nordic American tankers or anything, I would just be wary and at least have a plan to get out just in case this market does go down and it does not stop. This is also a very good time to take some of your profits, and even if you're not willing to sell everything, maybe just sell enough to cover your entire position and play with house money after that. And this is all coming from the guy that is very bullish on Nordic American tankers. I think that it can hit $8 to $9, but if the market just keeps going down, I don't see it happening. And even I have started to think about my exit strategy with how I'm going to get out of NAT if the market continues to tread downwards. Because no matter how well the stock is doing, and if they're making a ton of money like they said they were in their quarter one reports, if the market goes into a recession, then it just doesn't matter and it's going to go down with it. And by no means take it as I'm going to sell NAT tomorrow or within the next couple of days. I want to see what the market is doing and make sure that it is not actually just a pullback. If I end up selling any of my shares of Nordic American tankers, I will be most likely putting it back into NAT at a future date before the next dividend and quarter two report. The reason for this is I am still very bullish on Nordic American tankers. There is nothing that has changed around that. It's just the market. If the market continues to trend down, it doesn't matter how bullish I am or how well the stock is doing. Also, Nordic American Tanker still has a ton of short sellers and a ton of room to go, and it can easily squeeze up to $6, $7 within a matter of days. This is one reason why I'm very bullish on it, because it has the volatility that no other tanker stock has, and if one of these tanker stocks were going to rip up and just explode, it's going to be Nordic American Tankers. And we already know that Nordic American Tankers quarter two report is just going to be phenomenal. They've already came out and said in their quarter one report that they're going to be making an average of 50,000 TCE per day for the 75% of their ships that they've had locked up. While there is 25% of the ships that we do not know how much they are making, even if they're making around 30 some thousand dollars, their quarter two is still going to be phenomenal. So no matter what, if I do sell Nordic American tankers in the short term, I will eventually buy it back, most likely at the end of July or beginning of August. And just remember, this might just be a pullback in the market, and we can see the market shoot up tomorrow. I would just advise you, if you are putting any money into this market, to look for undervalued stocks. I would not put money into anything that is overvalued currently, as we are in a bubble right now, and if it were to pop, I could see the market dropping very far. And that's going to wrap up today's video, guys. But before we leave, I have to give you guys a huge thank you, as our channel has been growing rapidly since we started, and our last video has over 9,000 views within 2 days, and that is amazing. So thank you guys, and keep up the work, and keep smashing the like button. And do not forget to turn on the notification bell to be notified every time we come out with a new video. Make sure to leave a comment down below whether or not you think you're going to sell or buy more in this market and what stock it will be. But other than that, we'll see you guys in the next video.